But the real difference here in men is he's a businessman and I'm a fucking Spartan.
I'm angry. Now I'm going back to the raw science, cuts, blood, and knockouts. It's the hurt business, and that's what I need to deliver. I'm angry at myself, and the only way I can be in a better place is to get myself right by going out there and performing. And it's going to be like this for a few months, unfortunately. There's a lot of tension brewing, and the only way to get it out is through training and performing. Within my heart, my soul, my brain, like my body, I just truly feel that I've got a lot more to give. I think people truly know that. Even though I ain't got the belts around my waist, they know I've got the capability of becoming champion again. What's in front of me is to become 3-time heavyweight champion of the world, and that's the motivation. And it comes with all the glory and all the things that I want, in a couple months' time. So it won't be long till I'm sitting back on that throne. I don't like defeats, and I don't advise any youngster coming up in the business to have to use defeats to fuel that motivation. If that's the case, you're thinking of things the wrong way. But if it does happen, you have to build resilience and a thicker skin. You can't use it as a way to let it get you down, because I truly believe you only lose when you completely give up. If you have a heartbeat, a breath, a fighting chance, you can go again and redeem yourself. And it may take 1, 2, 3 times to get back to where you need to get to, but if you can just keep on going and keep that ball rolling, you're picking up momentum time and time again, and you do have a chance to get back on the gravy train. So the motivation is to stay consistent, never give up, build a thicker skin, and regain my number 1 spot. Even though I'm recognized as champ, I've got to claim it in terms of the history books.
Those are the words of Anthony Joshua as he announces, explains, confesses that he's angry. That he's angry because of his latest defeat. And he wants to go back to that savage Anthony Joshua. Let me counterpunch. I think Anthony Joshua had a lot of flaws. I think 1 was stamina. 2 was because he wanted to bulk up. I think he associated his strengthening and conditioning physique with his overall power and dominance, where I think he should have focused more on boxing ability rather than knocking people out. Even though it looked exciting, he took out Vlad and Povetkin and White and a lot of these guys, and he went at them guys savage-like. And when he got caught with Andy Ruiz, that just stopped everything. That pulled the plug. I think that shouldn't have had him to that point where he didn't want to be a savage anymore. I think that left hook woke him up to the point of caution or over caution. So the over caution is of him taking a left hook, getting hurt with that left hook, and how he performed afterwards. I think he associated that with, maybe I need to now learn more boxing ability, hit without being hit, because I don't like getting hit. And I think because of that, he developed this style of uncertainty, being too tentative when he's attacking and things of that nature. You've seen a little bit of it in the Pulev fight, but I thought it was a nice little smash combination. But I think he should have just got Pulev out of there. Pulev was still a tough guy because he was kind of, Pulev's kind of crazy. But but I think it was times in that fight where he did kind of slow down and take his time. And I think he needs to know how to transition between being a boxer and a puncher and knows and having the instinct on when to finish a fighter. See, Andy Ruiz, he had no idea. He just went at Andy Ruiz, blinded. Not knowing Andy Ruiz wasn't as hurt. He just got hit with a great left hook, because that's probably the best punch that Anthony Joshua has, the left hook. A lot of people talk about the right uppercut, but the left hook, I think, is the standard go-to punch for Anthony Joshua. It's that Tito punch that he has that will put you down, especially a fighter that's never been down with a foundation that Andy Ruiz had. Let's face it, he was like 267, 270, and he's never been down. So Andy wasn't accustomed to that power. I don't think it's the power. I think it's the idea of knowing that someone's hurt or not, but with Usyk, it's a different beast. So I don't really understand the anger. I just think he should worry more about combining the two, his power and his boxing ability, okay, and having wisdom to know when to do what at a certain time. And it's the wisdom, it's the wisdom factor. I don't think he knows. See, if you go to how you think I beat this guy, that means what you've been doing or what you've been doing with your team hasn't worked and you haven't believed it worked. Because if you believed in your team and in that strategy and in that game plan, you wouldn't be asking anybody else. You would be focused on that guy in front of you or across from you, and you would be focused on how to get that guy out of there. And I didn't see that happen. I just seen a guy going in there thinking he was going to land some big punches and expecting Oleksandr Usyk to crumble because of the size, the statue of Oleksandr Usyk. Okay, he's 6'3". I've knocked out a lot of guys at 6'3". I can get him out of there. This is another Povetkin, just a little quicker. No, this wasn't. And he found out it wasn't. Okay, so Oleksandr Usyk in another video, which I'm about to post, and Counterpunch, explained what it was like to fight Anthony Joshua and how he ended up beating Joshua. So that's a good video to look forward to. But back to Joshua himself, him saying, I got to get back to the savage. Well, I think he needs to show more, take the initiative when it comes to fighting a person, and the 12th round showed that, and it showed that, hey, that 12th round, he wasn't ready to go 12 rounds, despite him saying, hey, I'm ready to go 15, 20 rounds. No, how about 12? Then I didn't see him prepared for those 12 rounds with a guy like Usyk, because I don't think he knew what it was like to be in there with him. But the saving grace to Anthony Joshua is, at least he's been in there with 12 rounds with this guy, and he knows what to expect. Okay, at least he knows what to expect the first time around, because we don't know if Usyk is going to change up his game plan or not. But at least he knows that, hey, I'm dealing with a mentally strong person and I have to be equally mentally strong to defeat this guy. Okay. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Anthony Joshua's comments in his latest video. I'm angry. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.